Sales management related introduction. What are the essential qualities are to be required to work as a sales executive? Now, this class, I would like to continue and talk on that. What are the basic objectives for establishment of the sales management, or you can say like the point of the department also. So, why we need sales management department? As I told you already, this is only the department where we can able to find out there is a direct interaction with the end users, where there is a direct interaction with the end users, and simultaneously also you are earning money, but in the financial terms, which will be called as generation of the revenue. Every time the companies, they are doing their businesses, manufacturing, selling. So with the help of manufacturing and selling, they will be getting by the revenue generation. If sales department is working properly, we are going to be expecting that more number of sales with the help of good number of profit. So how you will be increase the revenue at your company? By increasing the sales volume. By increasing the sales volume, your revenue will be generated. So how we need to increase the sales volume at the company? We are having different sort of techniques. Maintain a good quality, availability of the product everywhere in the market. Competitors levels will be very low. Or you are maintaining by the good rate of standards of the product. Or seasonal offers like buy two get one offers, or discounts, rebates, guarantee for those products. In different ways, we can able to improve our sales at the organization. Increasing the sales, through that we are sustaining of the profit. So definitely you will have a doubt on that. First we are saying like revenue generation, and then sustained profit. So, is there any difference between revenue generation versus profit? Yes. Now, a product is available in the market for the price of 10 rupees. For the price of 10 rupees. Now, we are decided to sell the product in the market for 10 rupees, and ultimately people are ready to buy. Now one product sale 10 rupees, two products sale 20 rupees. Like that, I have sold the 10 products. That means total revenue generation is 100 rupees. Out of this 100 rupees, what is my profit? Every product 1 rupees. That means 10 rupees is my profit. Now, in a simple understanding way, total sales of 10 product, each product carries 10 rupees. Totally we got 100 rupees. In this 100 rupees, our manufacturing cost, our distribution cost, our advertisement, whatever it is, all together 90 rupees. Extra 10 rupees will be called as a profit. So, being a salesman or a sales department, you must be understand that what kind of product we are selling in the market, whether this is comes under a regular product or rarely the products are available in the market. We need to see, have a look at those products, and relatively we need to buy or we need to sell those kind of components in the market. We are going to get by the very good returns. Otherwise, it is very difficult for us to maintain. Fourth one, organization growth. Being a sales department, you are not only to look into the development of your product related sales. Indirectly, you are increasing the wealth of the company. If there is no sales, no generation of revenue, no profit, your company is going to be closed. So this is going to be interlinked with one to another. If you are a good student, ultimately it is benefit not only for you but also for your parents. If you are doing a proper sales at the organization, company will be getting super profits. We will be also getting increments, benefits, provident fund, ESI, free accommodation facilities, transportation facilities, schooling facilities, library facilities, and n number of facilities you will be expecting from the company. So because of the sales, directly or indirectly, many people are going to get by the benefit. We have seen already the past 1 year of experience, COVID. Because of that, many companies they have done the shutdown because no product sales, nobody don't have money. If there is no product sales, ultimately plant will be shut down. People will become unemployed. They don't have money, and they will get loans from the bank or hand loan from some of their friends, and they will be fulfilling by their daily needs. So, which is going to be interconnecting with one to another. Next, sales department all the time they should be work as a market leaders. Market leaders. This is not at all an easy task. If you want to become a market leader, other companies won't be sit quiet. They will observe in what element is highly influencing the people to purchase the product. Why people are very much attracted to buy about your company product only. Why they are not purchasing my product. I hope you come across the concept called NPD, New Product Development, Introduction, Growth, Rapid Growth, Maturity, Decline. So last but one, maturity stage. So in the maturity stage, what will happen? Your sales volume will be increased, your revenue will increase, profits also you are getting very very high. The moment you are getting high rate of profit, high rate of sales, your competitor won't sit quiet. They will observe why you are getting so much of sales, how you are getting so many orders, how you are getting profit, and they themselves will start to do that self evaluation. In that self evaluation, they will identify their product related SWOT analysis. Immediately, they will rectify with their product what are the defects are there, and they will start to enter the market. Then ultimately, what will happen? Your sales volume will decrease. The moment sales are come down, your generation will decrease, your profits also will decrease. Finally, what will happen? The consent product, whatever you are producing, you will also try to do some sort of modification, and through that you will sustain by temporarily. After certain stage or certain time, your product will be eliminating from the market, and that will be called as a decline. So, in this maturity stage, you will be called as a market leader. You are setting the standards, and this is the highest rated product in the market. So, sales department, if they done their work properly, then ultimately the company will be sitting in the market leader position. Next one, converting prospects to customers. So most of the time, what will happen? Certain customers are favorable about your company because of long run you are working, or they know about the standards what you are maintaining at the organization. They know very well. So your wish all the time for the welfare of the buyers only or by the customers. So if they believe that yes, this product or this company will be taking care of our wish only, and then definitely people also they won't leave you. Till the date, we are seeing many companies also they are entering into the many businesses like milk business. We are having n number of companies, n number of different varieties of the milk. But even though we will be like to have one specified milk, So you will be very comfortable, or you may have certain belief on that. Arvin Milk. Arvin is a government company. This is the really good milk, and they will have society welfare concern when compared to any other private vendors or very private institutions. Of course, they are also maintaining the standards, but when compared to private, public will have more concentration on the welfare of the society or by the people. So they will be focusing on that way also. Next one, motivate the sales force. This is all the time a stimulating factor. In certain level, the salesman will do the sales activities. After some time, what will happen? They will be getting demotivation. Even I'm doing so much of efforts. I'm trying to convince many dealers to take the much more orders from us. But even though they are not convincing, what to do? He will try in some other way, even though the people are not at all convincing. And then what we supposed to do? Again, we need to identify that another best way of the method so that we will be enjoying the benefits. Otherwise, definitely this will be a challenging thing. Most of the time, most of the time, the companies what they will do is when compared to any other department, this sales department alone, they will try to provide much more benefits, incentives. If you are moving from one place to another place by bike, bike allowances, petrol allowances, telephone allowances, each and every sale, you will be getting extra incentives, benefits. All these are extra benefits for the each and every salesman. Why they are providing all these benefits? Because if the sales department is worked properly, we are going to get all these above benefits. If sales department won't work, ultimately company is going to collapse. Production department is very strong. They have produced 100% very qualitative product, but that has to reach to the customers by only a proper performance from the sales and marketing department. So we need to give all the time to stimulate. That is the reason many companies are also when they are giving advertisement yearly once or 2 years once continuously they are going to change the style of advertisement. They are going to they are going to change the advertising person or adding by the new features and immediately they are conveying to the public. This is the changes we have done it and this will be fulfill your futures. So come and buy. So that kind of stimulation, motivation will be given by the companies. Sometime now the situation is like if there is no advertisement, we are thinking like this company would have not there in India or anywhere. So companies are also they are thinking very smart. Before introducing their product in the market, 1 month before, 2 months before itself, they start to give very good promotion about the product so that they will be collecting the feedback. What is the rate of anxiety of the people to buy these products? And relatively, they are going to be deliver the products. This is also one kind of strategy because by seeing this advertisement alone or the promotion alone, what is the impact on sales will be definitely will influence by positive or by the negatives. Last one, complement marketing activities. These are all our regular activities. Apart from that, if any other activity which is going to be involved, where that can be stimulate or motivate of the sales management, that is also to be comes under complement marketing activities. I already told you, if you buy this product, you will be getting this sample as a free, or because of the Ashadam, we are giving 10% discount. So whatever the promotion activities or you can call it as a propaganda or advertisement, or whatever the techniques you are having, and you know very well, and those techniques you can be implement for to increase the sales of the company. So this is one of the important element. And the next one is sales management related 20 golden functions. If you follow these 20 golden rules, then definitely you can able to see your company in a extreme position. Now, what are the golden rules or the functions of the sales management? First one, preparing the sales plan. As we know that every marketing department they will be have their own plan. Sometimes the products may be a seasonable product, umbrella, seasonable product, mobile phone, 24 to 7 will be having the sales. So we need to be understand what kind of products we are selling in the market. Relatively, we need to be prepared a strong master sales plan, and according to this plan, we can perform well. We can able to achieve our targets. So the plan should be covered 365 days. Any circumstances, we are ready to face it. In that level, standard planning should be prepared by sales management department. Next, important thing, we need to recruit the right people to execute by the sales plan. Most of the time, I'm also have seen that personally. Many people they were not qualified, underqualified, or sometimes overqualified, or sometimes they don't have any qualification itself. But even though they will be recruiting those people for different places, but in sales and marketing department, if you have chosen the right person in the right place, definitely sales will be tremendously that is going to be increased. And whatever plan you prepared, whatever the targets you are having for 1 year or 2 years, and those targets you are going to achieve within couple of months or to 6 months. In that level, human resources are should be very very sharp in the sales and marketing department. So not only to have by the people, but also that we need to give a proper training. Because when we are conducting any kind of interview, by the time we will be know that what kind of fundamentals to be known by the person. Are you aware of that? What kind of roles and responsibilities are will be there in the sales department? And relatively, will you have that kind of competency levels? Do you able to work with the target competition? Because every month we'll have the targets. You need to sell about 20,000 products or 30,000 products. If you are able to fulfill the targets, then definitely company in safe position. If you are unable to fulfill by the targets, then definitely company will decide that I don't want you because you are not a enough caliber person. So what companies will do? They will give a chance, or they will go for important thing that is training. We need to give proper training for the employees, newly recruited employees or the experienced person. They want to equip something more. We need to call them. They will be actively participating, and their competency levels will be increased. The achievements or the target level, the efficiency levels will be increasing by only a proper training. So that kind of objective-oriented training facilities definitely we will be providing for organizational goals related. Fourth one, defining the sales territories. Whenever you are doing sales, you must be understand whether which is going to be comes under our territory or not. Most of the time, what will happen? People will do that cross-border sales management. So in my previous class, consumer behavior subject, also we spoke that basis for the market segmentation. First one, geographically. We are dividing by the whole market into the different geographical locations, and relatively we are seeing that performances. We are defining the territories, and this is what territory for you to make your sales. And I won't enter your territory, you should not be entering my territory. And we have to be mentioned very clearly in this territory or by the geographical location who are the customers, what kind of taste and preference they are having, what is their salary earnings levels, what kind of taste and preference are having by this particular group. You must be have some sort of basic awareness. If you are not aware of all these things, then definitely it won't be worked out. Next one, specifying the sales quota to be achieved in each and every territory. I already told you, every sales management or if the company is having 4 or 5 territories, different branches, every branch, every sales management, definitely they would have given certain targets, and this is the target you need to achieve this month. If you are not achieved this month by a particular target, then definitely they will sit on your head. What are the reasons for not achieving the target? What are you doing? Why it was happened like this? You are getting monthly salary and all the benefits from the institution, but you are not working in effectively, efficiently. Then I don't want you. Just get out from my institution. So these kind of things also will be happen. So we need to be specify very clearly. This is the quota. This is the target we have given for the particular territory. And another thing also, every territory will not be have same kind of target. They know the area managers or by the regional managers, they know very well the potentiality of the market and relatively they will assign by the targets. Example, you can see Indian Railways. Even Indian Railways, they were saying like the highest income through the Indian Railways is getting from South Central Railway. So this south side, like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Kerala, Karnataka. From this side, only Indian Railway is earning huge quantity of amount. Now, this amount is passed on to the development of the whole Indian Railway. So, when they are looking to that, the revenue generation when compared to other states, south side will be very high. So, the targets will be different. So here also we need to be understand every department will have different quota, different targets, and they need to be worked accordingly. That next, we need to be defined about remuneration and reward system for the sales force. This is one of the important point where we can able to motivate by the employees. There is a theory called carrot and stick theory. So carrot and stick theory will be explaining to us if any employee was worked properly, on time is coming, whatever the targets you are giving is done all the works without any mistakes or errors. Management will be giving you carrot. Carrot means benefit, salary hike, promotions, or wherever you request for the transfers, all the benefits they will give you. If in case they found that you are a worthless fellow, you are not at all reaching the target, you are just simply sleeping at the office hours, you are not at all having any kind of stimuli for the development of the institution. They will use stick. Stick means they will bombard like anything in your back. They will hit you. Finally, they will issue the pink letter. Just get out from my company. So here also in the sales department, whoever is working, we need to give proper remuneration, other sort of benefits, so that only they will be very happy to work at the organization. Otherwise, they will be convey their regards, their dissatisfaction, and they will quit from the institution. Next one, providing welfare and healthcare facilities of the or to specify that sales force. We are giving salary, but apart from salary also we are providing other welfare and healthcare facilities. Welfare facilities means we are providing 2 BHK house facilities for you, free drinking water, electricity, with furnished flat. We are paying rent on behalf of you. We will provide free education or subsidized education for your children. For for your bike, we will give you petrol. If you don't have bike, we are going to provide you bike facilities. Cell phone amount we are recharge we will do for you. So these are all will be called as a welfare facilities because by providing all these facilities, you will be influenced. Yes, company is really providing so much of benefits to me apart from my salary. I need to work for the company in loyal way. The second thing is healthcare because most of the sales executives morning 7 or 8 o'clock they will start their journey and night 10 o'clock only they will reach their homes. And until that different places they are traveling with the help of bike and to achieve their targets. So when they are moving from one place to another place through the bike, there is a scope of accidents or skin allergy or pollution or healthcare related any kind of problem comes if, or if you require any kind of group insurance, all healthcare related issues related, all facilities will be handled by the company. We are also watching nowadays the government also providing free healthcare facilities because they want to increase the lifespan of the people. Free medical facilities, employee state insurance, and all these are directly or indirectly benefit for the institutional development. Okay, guys.